So I was thinking about guaranteed basic income. And the reason I've been thinking about it so much lately is because whenever I bring it up in conversation, most people don't know what it is. And what's so crazy about that is right here in Ontario, we had a pilot for a year and a half. Now, regrettably, it was canceled by the Ford government, but I don't want to get into that. I want to talk about what it is and kind of how it works. So basically, if you were single, you would get somewhere around 1700 or $17,000 a year, no matter what. If you're a couple, you get somewhere around 34,000 a year. And if you were employed, the way it would work is for every dollar you earned, 50 cents would come off of your basic income, which to me sounds perfectly fair. Now, I know a lot of people are probably thinking, well, why would anybody work? Well, first of all, you're definitely not rich, and it might be enough money to survive off of, but I think lazy people are going to be lazy anyways, whether or not you give them money. And the system we have right now really doesn't work at all. It doesn't help people get better or move further. And it really punishes you if you do get employed. So, where does that leave basic income? Well, pretty simple, I think. You get your money every month, depending whether or not you're working. And what that's going to do is allow life to be better for people. It's going to allow students to not have to worry while they're going to school. It's going to allow somebody who gets hurt at work and can't get WSIB to still have an income in their house while they're off work. I definitely think the benefits of the program would outweigh the negatives. But the big thing I hear is, well, it's going to cost too much, too many billions of dollars involved. And if we're going to do that, we're going to have to raise our taxes. Now, I don't make a lot of money and I don't like to pay taxes. And not because I don't think taxes are good, it's just I find that most of our tax money doesn't go to the proper areas that it should. And I'm not going to get into that either. But I think with something like this, the long term benefits definitely outweigh the upfront costs. Because long term, you're looking at better health for people, better mental health for people. Think about people that are depressed just because they can't get by, or they're just getting by, or they can't change the scenario that they're in their life because they don't have enough money. Because really, I think most pain in life, for the most part, when it comes to at least being an adult, comes from not having the money to do the things you need to do, to have the basics, to have good food, to be able to stay at home and raise your children instead of having to pick up a third part-time job to pay to have someone watch your kids for you. I don't know. I'm going to leave the question to you. What do you think about basic income? You know how it works. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it was smart for the Ford government to cancel it before it started costing too much money? Or do you think, yeah, it's definitely worth the pay up front for the benefits we'll receive in the future? Again, I want to know what you think about it because this is something that I think we really need to be looking at very seriously because the systems that we have in place right now are failing us. They're not working properly and they are costing a lot of money. And if we don't figure out something, when jobs start changing and disappearing, and they will, what are we going to have to back ourselves up with? What is there going to be there for us then? I don't know. But I want to know what your thoughts are. So please, if there was any video I did that I want you to share, please share this one because I think people need to know that there was a program out there and it was canceled and the pilot didn't even get completed. We don't have full information of whether it will or will not work. And I'm not going to get into conspiracies on it, but I do think that people need to know that the program happened, it was canceled, and I do think the benefits would outweigh the upfront costs. On that note, You know how I like to end these. Will catch you on the flip flop.